Hi Tanya, how have you been? It's really nice to see you after a long time.
Hi, Abhijit. I've been good. Honestly, it's been quite a while since we last saw each other. I mean, we graduated in 2024 and we met in ILM just because of a group project.
Yeah, that was a nice coincidence. I really appreciate the fact that you reached out to me because I think you were my closest friend in college, more close
Uh,
than my own BGMC batchmate. So I really appreciate that, and I'm grateful to have you as a friend.
it's really nice to hear that. But yeah, honestly, I was really contemplating that day, should I get up and talk? Should I get up and ask?
Okay.
Because even I'm an introvert and that's our topic today. So let's kick off this session.
Yeah, sure. So why don't you give an introduction of yourself to the people who will be watching this, and then I'll introduce myself.
Okay, so hi everyone. I am Tanya and I met Abhijit in ILM. So we're batch of 2021. We graduated in 2024. And then I did my master's. I went for my master's to UK. I did it at University of Birmingham. And so I am a writer. I have published 4 novels on Amazon and I write poetry as well. I have a blog on WordPress. And yeah, that's about me. I aspire to be a famous writer someday.
That's nice. Even one of my passions is writing also, and I did my degree in journalism from ILM. I A lot of good things happened to me at ILM. Like there was the book review competition, movie review competition, same-sex marriage debate, stuff like that. So I was very happy with my time at ILM. It taught me a lot about the importance of putting yourself out there and being more outgoing. So I learned a lot during my 3 years there. And writing is one of my passion. I have a public Instagram account called Abhijit Writes, and like you, I also have a blog on WordPress. So yeah, that's it about me. I like I told you before. Also, I hope that writing does become something more for me in the future because I feel like it is something that I like doing and something that I'm good at. So let me just start off with a question that I have for you.
Okay.
So do you see yourself as an introvert?
I do. I'm definitely an introvert when it comes to strangers because it takes quite a while for me to get comfortable around people, new people. But I think mostly I prefer to hang out by myself rather than a lot of people all the time. And when I'm hanging out with people, I do need to recharge from time to time. I have to go in some quiet place and just be okay, this is me time. Like nobody else required here. But I also love my friends. I love hanging out with them also. So it's bit of both worlds. Is it the same case for you?
Yeah, I do relate to that a lot. Like with strangers, I'm a complete introvert when it comes to strangers. I only like talk to people I'm familiar with, so it's hard for me to sometimes be more outgoing and be extroverted and make new friends. But yeah, being an introvert is it's not really a bad thing. That uh, I mean, you can be comfortable in your skin and you can talk to more people just by being an introvert. You don't have to put a definite label on yourself. So I think that's how I see myself, and I'm always open to new connections.
I mean, that is always the case. It just, I think for us, like somebody to come and talk to us, I think they have to take the initiative first rather than us going to them and be like, hi.
Yeah. So is it okay if I ask you for an example from your life where you like a real life example from your life where you feel like you were introverted?
Um, okay. So, like, so I can be quite a chatterbox, like, when it comes to topics that I like,
Yeah.
if it's books or anime or manga, like, I love that kind of stuff. Like, I can talk for like hours and hours on that stuff. But so like once in my school, there's like a new girl who came to our class, and like she mentioned she loves Percy Jackson. And I am a huge Percy Jackson fan. So I was like really happy because I was like, okay, somebody to discuss Percy Jackson theories with. So I sat down next to her and like just like introduced myself, and then I dived right into Percy Jackson. But after we finished talking about Percy Jackson, we're just staring at each other awkwardly because I don't know how else to get the conversation going. Because like I'm very confused, like I don't know what else to do. And then she just goes, Ki, okay, can you just like call the other girl? Like I was talking to her before. I was like, okay, need to go now.
Yeah, that's nice to
But
hear. That does feel relatable sometimes. The awkwardness of.
do you have an example from your life?
I'll have to think. An example where I was introverted. Yeah, I remember. I remember when I was a kid in Srinagar. I think this was like in 2010 or something. It was like 15 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I
Okay.
was I was a kid, and I was I think I was. It's weird because I felt like I was more confident as a kid, but still very introverted. But so my dad just got posted there in Srinagar, and I I used to play cricket with in the armed forces. We have these we have these Sahik bhaiyas, so I used to play cricket with them. And then my mom suggested that I should try to make friends with kids my age. So I was very hesitant about that. I like I felt like I felt very shy, and I felt very introverted. I did not know how to do it, and I was only like I was very young. But yeah, with time and with confidence, I did make a lot of good friends in Srinagar. I think Srinagar was a very good place for me because I had a very strong net of a tightly knit social circle there, and we still keep in touch. So I'm really happy about that. And but I was initially very introverted there, and that's the example that comes to my mind.
I mean, if you have good memories of the place, that's just an amazing thing, honestly.
Yeah. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, sure.
Do you think introverts have deeper souls and are more creative?
Oh, yes, I do think that. I think they have rich inner worlds and have a strong imagination. Like, I love to write, and I know you do too as well. And I think any creative work that we do, like as introverts, I think it's kind of like an outlet. It lets us say what we want to say without actually talking. And I think that's like a huge plus point. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree with you. I think introverts are have a very strong imagination, and
Hmm.
and they can channel and use that imagination for creative work, which is something I think we both do. With your novels and your writing, and with my write-ups on my Instagram page, and also my blog and your blog. I think it gives us an
Yeah,
outlet.
yeah, definitely. I think it allows us to connect with people on a much deeper level than we can actually do while talking.
And I also think we see the world in a more deeper way, in a more nuanced way, and we observe subtleties and things that maybe other people miss out on.
Oh, yes, we can be Sherlock Holmes. Not
Yeah,
quite as good, but like still somewhere on that level.
yeah. Benedict Cumberbatch or Robert Downey Jr.
Um, don't make me choose.
Okay. Let's talk about relationships, Tanya. Do you think an introvert will be attracted to an extrovert in the sense that opposites attract?
That's not really necessary, to be honest. It depends on the individual and their personality. I think every person has their own rhythm, and if there's like genuine understanding and chemistry, then the relationship will work. So, like, an introvert can attract an introvert, and an extrovert can attract an extrovert. Like, it just depends on people as individuals, and not um, if you're an introvert or an extrovert, you have to attract each other. I don't think that's exactly how it works.
Yeah, I agree with you. That's not necessary that only opposites will attract. I think chemistry matters and
Oh,
compatibility and
chemistry definitely matters.
timing also matters. Where you are in your life and who you talk to, who you interact with.
Definitely.
Who do you think are more successful in life, introverts or extroverts?
Once again, I think it depends on every individual's unique personality. I do think that extroverts have an advantage over introverts because of their outgoing nature. But introverts also have quite an interesting way of looking at the world. I mean, so many introverts, like, Bill Gates and Mark Zuckerberg, have gone on to achieve great success in their fields. So I think, again, it speaks for every individual. What do you think about this?
Yeah, I think it depends on the person's attitude and his or her skills, not on their personality necessary. I mean, personality does matter because if you're extroverted, you have more visibility, you get more attention, and
That is true.
yeah, and but I think what's paramount is your attitude, your skills, your work ethic, and stuff like that. Networking is also important. Maybe an extrovert will have an advantage when it comes to networking.
Oh, that is so true.
Yeah,
Because networking is more like an extrovert's game, honestly.
yeah, my
I
sister's
think I
very good
will
at.
probably think like, uh-huh.
Yeah, my sister's very good
Your
at that.
sister is really good.
Yeah, she has a lot of. I think she has a very strong network. She's doing her MSc in behavioral psychology from the London School of Economics. So she
Oh,
has
wow,
a.
that's amazing.
I think she has a strong network on LinkedIn and offline also in real life also. So she is
Yeah,
someone
I would
that I.
probably think like,
Yeah, she's someone that inspires me to be more outgoing.
mm-hmm. I probably would think like 10 times before sending a message to somebody just to connect with them.
Yeah, that happens to me too. uh, well, Tanya, this was a lovely conversation. Are there any Are there any more words, any departing words that you would like to say to our audience?
Yes, I would like to say that it doesn't really matter whether you're an introvert or an extrovert. What matters is that you're true to your authentic self and don't compromise who you are, which is a belief that I think will take you very far in life.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like I said, like I said before in the podcast, I was part of the movie review competition at ILM, and the movie that I
Mm-hmm.
spoke about was Hacksaw Ridge, which stars Andrew Garfield, and it's a war movie. And in it, he plays Desmond Doss, who is a conscientious objector, who doesn't compromise who he is. He doesn't compromise on his principles, and goes on to achieve wonders in the heat of battle where people are losing their lives, and shows how important is how you can have an effect even though he did not carry a weapon and only wanted to save human lives. So it's important to not compromise on who you are. I think that's very important. That was the message of the movie and the message that I also personally try to send to other people in my personal life, and I think you do too.
Yeah, I definitely agree. It's really an important message to send out to people everywhere.
Okay, thank you, Dana. That's very well spoken. This was a lovely conversation. And I hope that we do similar podcasts in the future because it was a very nice experience and a very lovely conversation.
I look forward to it. Thank you.
Okay, bye.